Welcome to the Farlands of People Playground, everybody. Yes, you heard me correctly. We are currently in the Farlands of People Playground where the game itself just breaks down and, well, it begins glitching out. And today, we'll be testing a bunch of different experiments inside the Farlands to see how the game will handle these experiments when it's already at its breaking point. So without wasting any more time, let's just get right to experiment number 1. Now, like I said in the intro, we're currently in the Farlands, and as you can see, my guy is like just jittering around. So for the entirety of this video, you're gonna hear this awful sound of me like shuffling around on the sand, which is what you're hearing right now. So apologies for that, but you're just gonna have to endure it for this video because again, the game was literally breaking. Now, if you want to experiment with the Farlands yourself, I left this mod link in the description, so I definitely think you should check it out. But anyway, I think we should just get started with experiment number 1. And for experiment number 1, all I want to do is literally just like kind of mess around with the, okay. All right, yeah, obviously. Anyway, what I was going to say is I literally just wanted to move my guy around to see how the physics work in the Farlands, and I don't know if this is, you know, indicative enough for you, but the game breaks. This is what the game's like in the Farland. I'm like a piece of origami, dude. Like I feel like I could make a swan out of my body. Hold on, let's try and do it. I look like a paper swan right now. The game is not meant for this at all. I'm basically just a broken pretzel on the ground. Okay, with this in mind, I have an idea. I have a really fun idea. What if I just chucked myself super hard? Like, how are the physics gonna work? Well, let's just find out. Okay, I just chucked myself and okay, I just split apart into many different pieces. I don't even know what's going on. My body is like shifting and like absorbing. I don't even know what's going on. But I'm being serious. The physics right now are just breaking down. It's like I'm super heavy or something. Like when I get thrown, I just like shoot right down to the ground. The game is generally just like breaking. Like just a small fall like this just breaks the entire, like that's not how you fall. This doesn't happen when you fall in real life. I mean, all I'm doing right now is literally just chuck this guy around and the game's already just doing extremely weird things. Like, what are we doing here? You know, I am curious to know, however, is like, if I keep going further and further into the Farlands, is the game gonna keep breaking more and more? I mean, I know this is experiment number 1, but I think as the video progresses, I should get further and further into the Farlands just so the game breaks even more. So for experiment number 1, I think I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna go a little bit further into the Farlands here. I guess let's see if it breaks anymore. Okay, I generally feel like the game is actually breaking more than it did before. Am I wrong in saying that? I feel like this is getting worse already. No, I'm like, my body is condensing inside of itself. This is definitely already getting worse. My guy can no longer even stand upright anymore without just dying. Okay, experiment number 1 is going good. So for experiment number 2, I currently have time paused because we're so far into the Farlands that I can't even unpause time without risking my guy dying here. But for experiment number 2, we're just gonna do just a small durability test on humans. Right, I'm sure we all know at this point, I've had like 200 videos on this channel, how strong a normal human in this game like typically is. So let's first say take like a crossbow bolt, for example. What happens if I stab this guy? Like, is something weird gonna happen? Okay, it's just gonna all right. No, don't die on me already. Please, dude, come on. Did you really? Come on. Why? And my crossbow bolt just disappeared. Are you kidding me? All right, hold on. We gotta get a new guy. Apparently, we gotta do this super quick or else the guy just deletes and just explodes on the ground. So, stabbing. Hello? Can I even stab? Like, where's my crossbow bolt at? It's like the stabbing mechanics don't even work anymore. I can't even, like, stab the guy. I also can't even see my crossbow bolt as I even try and stab him. Am I stabbing him? Can I even use the inspect menu? Can I even tell? 4 stab wounds. I've stabbed this guy 4 times in total. All right. Also, it's interesting to see the effects the Farlands has on a person, like, without me even doing anything. I know this was experiment number 1 already, but I want to look at the inspect menu of a person that's in the Farlands, just so we can see, like, the deterioration of their body. Again, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna let this person exist, and I guess we'll see if they die. I mean, like I said, we're gonna move further and further into the Farlands, and if it's already breaking this bad, I don't want to know what's gonna happen later on. Okay, you see, this guy's actually holding up good. His you know, his inspect menu looks completely clean. I'm gonna continue on with my experiment as normal. We tested, you know, a super sharp object. Now I want to test a gun, like a perfectly normal hand cannon. I'm curious to see what happens if you shoot somebody in the Farlands. Do the bullets disappear? Do they still fly? Don't know. We're gonna find out right now. Well, that was, okay. Well, that was anticlimactic, and then the game updated, and he started just geeking. Stop moving. Stop. I just ran out of ammo. Okay, hold on. Let me get an infinite ammo hand cannon really quick. Stop. Sir, I'm telling you to stop moving, please. Okay, even after 167 gunshot wounds, this guy is, he's still moving. Also, it looks like the guns are like, making love or something. What are the guns doing right now? Not sure what's going on there, but, all right. So it looks like guns kind of work like normal. I'm curious to see though, like, you know, heavier machinery, sort of like this, you know, detached cannon, if this is gonna work as normal. Yeah, it seems like it. Like it still works, you know, as intended. And you already know your boy's got to move a little bit further in the Farlands because this is the end of experiment number 2. So, you know, we got to traverse a little bit further inwards. But we're going to traverse pretty far in here for experiment number 3. I think this is a good stopping point. How's the game? Is it getting worse? I don't know. It's hard to tell. I almost feel like we should go a little bit more inwards. All right, I'm going to stop right here. I don't know, man. Is it getting worse? Or is it still the same? I guess we'll find out. For experiment number 3, I just want to test how vehicles work. I'm very curious to see how more mechanical stuff like a vehicle works in these sort of conditions. As you can see here, it's already not looking super grand. I don't even know if I can get this guy to sit down to get him inside the car. Doesn't look like it. Don't know how I'm gonna fit him in here. All right, probably not like that. Hello? I can't even strap the guy in. I guess let's try driving the vehicle. Hello? Can this at least drive? We're just gonna get a new vehicle without any human interference. I don't know if that causes problems or not. The vehicle's just like sputtering and then doing a little hop in the air. That's all vehicles can do right now. This is gonna be a really sad experiment number 3 if I can't get a single vehicle to move. Oh, there we go. Wait, there we have a working vehicle. What happens if we run into a person? Hold on. Let's just plop a person down like right. All right, right. So as soon as I put a person down, the Hummer just stops moving. Come on, I believe. Oh, there we go. Okay, the Hummer worked for a split second and it gave us a great result. It just absolutely decimated this poor man right here. And then it got stuck on a hill. It seems like vehicles this far into the Farlands do tend to break. How about a hovercraft? I feel like this vehicle could work still. Oh, yes, dude, the hovercraft works just, well, the hovercraft works all right. We're just ascending into the heavens right now. Well, goodbye. Is the camera no longer following the hovercraft? I feel like, okay, yep, it just went to outer space. I'm no longer following it. All right, well, it seems like this would be a good time to, you know, go a little bit further inwards here, just, you know, for giggles and laughs. Okay, we moved pretty far into the Farlands here. I guess let's put down an ambulance and see what, okay. The ambulance may not be saving anybody anytime soon. Thankfully, the lights still work. The ambulance is actually still moving in these conditions, which is impressive. Well, I just want a person in. That's my fault. Maybe the ambulance can course correct. Hold on, the ambulance could save someone. Ambulance, we have a patient right here. We have to save him. Come on, ambulance. We need a, oh, yep, you ran him over. Uh-oh, big wall. Okay, we ran into a wall. Okay, well, that was experiment number 3. I just wanted to test how vehicles work in these, unfavorable conditions, what we'll call them. Okay, so for my next experiment, this one's probably going to be very, very stupid and another very short experiment. What I want to do is I want to spawn 2 people in and I want to make them fight. I want to make them fight in the Farlands just to see what happens. I feel like I have to do it on this channel. All right, well, this is looking like it's going to be a real good fight here. All right, thank you guys. That was a good fight. That was great. Good one there, guys. Okay, hold on. Let me try it again. What if we just got a bunch of people and I made them all really mad at each other? Can I get like a single fist throwing? Oh, they're trying to fight. They are in fact trying to fight and it's, oh, that's not good. This, they like conformed and conjoined into like one mass. I don't. It does not appear that fighting works in the Farlands. You just turn into like this homunculus blob. Honestly, this just gave me an idea for like experiment 4.5 where I just spawn a bunch of people in and see what happens. Obviously the game breaks when you're out this far, but like if I spawn a bunch of people in, are they just gonna all eventually combine into one? Okay, this might have been a bad idea. My game might crash. I do not want my game to crash so bad. You know how long it takes to get to the Farlands? No. Okay, we're done. I'm sorry. Okay, we're not doing that. I'm not lagging my game out. Let's move a little bit further inwards for experiment number 5 here. So, just do a little bit traversing really quick. Okay, I move further into the Farlands. Quick little test before we move on to experiment number 5 here. I don't know. I feel like they are shaking just a little bit more than usual. I guess we'll see. So for experiment number 5, really the last thing on my list I want to check off is the explosives. I feel like I have to test explosives out in the Farland because like, is a landmine still gonna work? Okay. It does look like the landmine still works as intended. Granted, it's definitely a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit jankier. It looks like the explosives still kind of work out here. It's you know, it works as good as something can work out here in the Farlands. But that's some weak sauce stuff right there. We care about the high higher up calibers. Like, how is this gonna work out here? Is this still gonna explode with as much force as it normally does, or is it gonna like glitch out? I don't know. Okay, it still explodes like it normally does. That's good to know. This guy literally just got launched like a paper ball. Like with the physics out here, the game just like doesn't calculate trajectory. Let's not waste too much time on that. I feel like I gotta move up to like the atom bomb or something. Is stuff still gonna work? Oh yeah, the atom bomb still definitely explodes like normal out here. That's no problem. And I'm sure following that same line of thinking, I'm sure the fusion bomb probably, that's not a fusion bomb. I'm sure the fusion bomb will have zero problems whatsoever doing a lot of harm. Let's blow that up. And oh yeah, the fusion bomb works just fine out here. I feel like I'm like the deserts of Nevada right now, and I'm testing like bombs out here. I think it's time we move away from the nuclear radiation and go a little bit further to the Farlands. Oh no. Okay, the game's definitely breaking more. This is what it looks like now. I no longer even see my guy anymore. There, I see the body piece. All right, well, for our final experiment of the video, we're just gonna keep going further and further and further into the Farlands. All right, people. I have been scrolling for so long, and yet nothing has changed. I don't know how many meters out I am right now, but I am probably a good few million meters out from how long I've been scrolling, and nothing has changed. People just don't exist anymore. There's a person down right now. I'm spawning people. They just don't exist anymore. Like, how much more broken can the game possibly get beyond this right here? So subscribe and like, hype the video. Definitely check out this mod and check out the Farlands for yourself, because let me tell you, it is crazy. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.